If you aspire to be a Stoic, you must grasp that external things cannot upset you. It's only your opinions about these things that can. In Stoicism, events themselves are seen as objective. They simply are what they are. Our interpretation of these events, the subjective lens through which we view them, is what can either upset us or empower us. The Stoics excelled at utilizing their minds for their own benefit. They took life's raw materials, the events beyond their control, and focused solely on how these could be advantageous to them. This is the essence of a true Stoic, a mind that finds strength and opportunity in every twist and turn of fate. Lesson 1. Mastering your perception to navigate modern distractions. In an era dominated by the incessant noise of social media, the relentless influx of information, and the constant allure of entertainment, the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius offers a sanctuary of peace and clarity. The cornerstone of Stoicism, as Aurelius teaches, is the understanding that we hold dominion over our minds, not over the chaotic whirlwind of external events that seek to disrupt our inner tranquility. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, Aurelius asserts. This foundational lesson in Stoicism illuminates the path to serenity amidst modern-day distractions. By adopting this perspective, we empower ourselves to sift through the barrage of information and stimuli with discernment, focusing solely on what truly merits our attention and energy. The Stoic practice begins with a rigorous examination of our perceptions, challenging us to differentiate between the objective reality of events and our subjective interpretations of them. In the face of overwhelming media, social networking sites, and entertainment options, it's easy to become ensnared in a cycle of constant reaction, losing sight of our agency in the process. However, by applying Aurelius's wisdom, we learn to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves, is this within my control? Does it align with my values and goals? This reflective practice acts as a filter, enabling us to concentrate our efforts on activities that are meaningful and enriching, rather than being swept away by the tide of digital noise and societal pressures. This approach calls for intentional living, where every choice is made not out of compulsion or habit, but through the clear lens of Stoic discernment. Embracing this Stoic lesson requires not just understanding, but consistent application in our daily lives. Bombarded by notifications, news cycles, and the latest trends, the practice of returning to our Stoic center becomes vital. Whenever we find our equanimity disturbed by the din of external distractions, we must quickly realign with our Stoic principles. As Aurelius advises, this doesn't mean withdrawing from the world or isolating from technology altogether, but adopting a stance of vigilant guardianship over our attention and time. By continuously engaging in this practice, we not only fortify our resilience against the distractions of the modern world, but also cultivate a life of purpose, depth, and tranquility. In doing so, we live not as passive consumers of our culture, but as Stoics who, in the midst of chaos, find strength, focus, and serenity within the fortress of their own minds. Lesson 2. The simplicity of living and the power of focus. In today's relentless hustle, where technology and consumerism promise happiness, yet often deliver only distraction, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing antidote: the pursuit of simplicity. Marcus Aurelius, a sage in the art of living, teaches that distraction stems from an excess of things. This principle, though ancient, resonates profoundly with the contemporary soul, besieged by the noise of modern distractions. The cult of simplicity is not merely about minimizing physical possessions, but extends to a more crucial domain: the simplification of our mental and emotional landscapes. By choosing a simpler lifestyle, we reject the external clamor for our attention and instead cultivate a focused, purposeful existence. Cultivating inner quietude in an age where information overload and digital clutter are the norms becomes an act of rebellion. This quietude is not about the absence of sound, but about fostering a state of mental and emotional calm that remains undisturbed by the world's chaos. Stoicism teaches us to build an inner citadel, a fortress of peace that external circumstances cannot breach. To achieve this, we must regularly detach ourselves from the stimuli that incessantly demand our attention, social media, news, emails, and turn inward, practicing mindfulness and meditation. These practices allow us to observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment, granting us the clarity to recognize which external influences truly merit our attention and which do not. By prioritizing our inner quietude, we create a sanctuary within ourselves, a place of serenity we can always return to regardless of the external noise. The discipline of focus is an essential skill in the Stoics' arsenal against the cacophony of modern life. In a society that celebrates multitasking and perpetual busyness, Stoicism invites us to do the opposite, to concentrate fully on the task at hand as if it were the last thing we were doing in our lives. This intense focus is not about rigidity, but about fully engaging with our present actions and responsibilities, giving them the attention and care they deserve. It's about doing one thing at a time with precision and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, and with justice, as Aurelius advises. This approach not only enhances the quality of our work, but also our satisfaction with life itself. By narrowing our focus, we shield ourselves from the distractions that fragment our attention and dilute our efforts. In doing so, we find not only productivity, but also a deeper sense of fulfillment in our daily endeavors. The discipline of focus, therefore, is not merely a technique for efficiency, but a philosophical stance affirming the value of each moment and our capacity to choose how we spend our finite time. In adhering to the Stoic principles of simplicity and focus, we navigate the modern world with grace and equanimity. By cultivating inner quietude and practicing the discipline of focus, we learn to ignore the noise that surrounds us, choosing instead a life of meaning, purpose, and tranquility. Lesson 3. Embracing Stoic resilience in the digital age. In the digital age, where distractions are not just a byproduct but often the very essence of our daily interactions, Stoicism offers an enduring solution: resilience. This ancient philosophy, with its emphasis on inner strength and the cultivation of a virtuous life, provides a blueprint for navigating the complexities of modern existence without being swayed by its incessant demands. The Stoics understood that life's challenges, including the lure of distractions, are opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can approach the digital world with intention, using technology as a tool for enhancement rather than a source of endless diversion. Cultivating self-control in the context of modern distractions is about resisting the immediate gratification offered by digital notifications, social media scrolls, and the constant barrage of information. The Stoic practice of self-control is not about denying pleasure, but about recognizing and prioritizing long-term satisfaction and well-being over short-term impulses. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By applying this principle, we learn to pause and evaluate our responses to potential distractions, asking ourselves whether engaging with them contributes to our personal growth and aligns with our values. This moment of pause is crucial. It gives us the space to choose our actions consciously rather than reacting automatically. To cultivate self-control, we can set boundaries around our use of technology, designate times for checking emails or social media, and engage in digital detoxes. These practices help us regain control over our time and attention, empowering us to live more fully in the present and focus on what truly matters. Reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic practice, involves regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and the motivations behind them. In the fight against modern distractions, reflection serves as a powerful tool for understanding our susceptibility to digital noise and for reaffirming our commitment to living a Stoic life. By reflecting on our daily experiences, we can identify patterns of behavior that lead us toward distraction and away from our core values. This process of self-examination allows us to course-correct, making more mindful decisions about how we interact with technology and allocate our attention. Reflection can be facilitated through journaling, meditation, or simply spending time in nature, any activity that encourages introspection and provides clarity. Through regular reflection, we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world, which in turn strengthens our resilience against the distractions that vie for our attention. Embracing Stoic resilience in the digital age means more than just resisting the pull of distractions. It involves actively shaping our lives around principles of self-control and reflection. By cultivating these practices, we not only diminish the power of external noise, but also enhance our capacity for fulfillment, virtue, and peace. In doing so, we honor the Stoic commitment to living a life that is both meaningful and reverent, regardless of the era in which we find ourselves. Lesson 4. Nurturing Stoic mindfulness amidst digital chaos. In today's digital landscape, where distractions not only compete for our attention, but often seize it with little resistance, the Stoic practice of mindfulness emerges as a beacon of clarity and purpose. Mindfulness, in the Stoic sense, entails a deep awareness of the present moment, coupled with discerning judgment about what is essential and what is not. This ancient philosophical stance offers a compelling counterpoint to the fragmentation of attention and the superficial engagement that typify our interactions with the digital world. By nurturing Stoic mindfulness, we equip ourselves with the ability to navigate the incessant stream of information and stimuli with equanimity and intention. The art of present-moment awareness is central to Stoic mindfulness. This practice involves consciously directing our attention to the here and now, observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. In the context of modern distractions, such awareness acts as a filter, allowing us to recognize when our focus is being pulled away by external forces. It's about reclaiming our attention from the digital noise and redirecting it toward what truly matters. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we gain clarity and perspective, enabling us to make choices that align with our values and long-term goals rather than succumbing to the whims of transient impulses. To cultivate this form of mindfulness, we can integrate simple yet powerful practices into our daily routine. Techniques such as mindful breathing, body scans, and focused attention exercises help ground us in the present moment. Additionally, setting aside time for uninterrupted work or meaningful activities without the interference of digital devices can reinforce our ability to maintain focus and presence. These practices not only enhance our capacity for mindfulness, but also foster a deeper connection to our inner selves and the world around us. Discerning what is essential is another key aspect of Stoic mindfulness. In a world brimming with endless choices and distractions, the ability to prioritize what truly deserves our attention becomes a vital skill. The Stoics encourage us to evaluate our activities and engagements through the lens of our core values and life purpose. This discernment process involves asking critical questions. Does this activity contribute to my growth and well-being? Does it align with my principles and aspirations? By continually assessing the relevance and importance of our actions, we can eliminate the non-essential and focus our energy on what brings genuine fulfillment and progress. This approach requires a disciplined mindset and a willingness to forego short-term gratification for long-term rewards. It's about making conscious decisions to engage in activities that enrich our lives rather than deplete our mental and emotional resources. By practicing such discernment, we create a life that is not only less cluttered but also more meaningful and aligned with our deepest values. In embracing Stoic mindfulness amidst digital chaos, we transform our relationship with technology and distractions. By cultivating present-moment awareness and discerning what is essential, we reclaim our attention and direct it toward pursuits that truly matter. This mindful approach not only shields us from the pervasive distractions of the digital age, but also enriches our lives with clarity, purpose, and tranquility. In doing so, we embody the Stoic ideal of living a life of virtue and wisdom, even in the midst of the most distracting times.